Guys, I'm here in Top Plaza, right next to Sprinkles Buckles. There's a place called VitalTrak. So there's so many confusions out there regarding losing weight. People don't know if they should rather do the sleeve, they should rather do shots, they should rather do some vitamins, medications. Here we have Dr. Hillel Peltz. He specializes in this. He, Baruch Hashem, helped hundreds and hundreds of people to lose weight through shots. And Baruch Hashem, I hear you have 90% success rate of people losing the weight and Baruch Hashem keeping it down. So Hillel, if you can please tell us a bit about your journey, how you went into this, and how you get the people to lose weight so nicely.
Yes, Frank, thank you so much for coming to VitalTrak today. As you mentioned, there is a lot of confusion with these shots today. Unfortunately, people are not having the proper guidance when taking this medication. They don't know what dosage to take. They don't know if they're having side effects, what to do about the side effects. Here at VitalTrak, I developed a program where we're hand-holding the process for the patients and guiding them very, very thoroughly through this entire process, because we want to make sure they're successful at losing weight and keeping that weight off.
Amazing. Now let me ask you a question. I know there's a lot of people that take this medication. There's two problems that people have. First of all, there has some side effects that people get nauseous, people have, some kind of, some headaches and some other side effects. And another problem that people have is when they finish, let's say they lose this 50, 60, 80 pounds, whatever, and they stop taking the medication and they gain everything back. How do we solve these two issues?
Excellent questions. So, yes, people can have side effects. They can have nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. And what we do is we start off taking a thorough history and physical of the patient, doing body composition analysis, getting blood work, and we try to make sure that we're individualizing this process for each patient. So we're preventing side effects. We're making sure that they know what dose they should be on, adjusting the doses properly as the patient progresses, if need be, to make sure that they're going to be successful. Most of the people that are having these issues and these challenges when they're on these medications is because they're not being guided while they're taking these medications. There's no one that's really hand-holding this process for them and advising them and educating them as to how this should work. Now, as far as your second question, what to do long-term, come back, I want to show you what we do here. First of all, I just want to let you know that I myself was over 300 pounds, and due to these medications, I was able to lose over 110 pounds.
This is you, 110 pounds?
And keep the weight off for over 3 years.
Wow. By these shots?
Yes, by this medication.
Can you see it again? This is you. Oh, no, I can't recognize you.
So, as you see here, we have this very sophisticated body composition analyzer. And what it's designed to do is to measure body composition. That means we're tracking, is a patient losing body fat? Are they losing muscle mass? Which is not a good thing. We don't want patients to lose muscle mass. We want to make sure they're just losing body fat. We're monitoring patients closely. We take their blood pressure, we take their vital signs, all their vital signs. We're doing blood work, and we're monitoring that blood work every few months to make sure there's adequate progress. And we also make sure we get a body composition every single month to make sure that they're losing body fat and they're not losing muscle mass, which is unfortunately one of the problems that people who are not being guided are seeing today.
Wow. Now, one more question I want to ask you is, people are afraid about the long-term effect, what this can cause. There's not too much history on this shots. What do you say on that?
Another very good question. So as people don't realize that this medication, this type of medication, such as Ozempic Mounjaro, it's called a GLP-1, has been around for over 20 years. The first medication of its type came out in 2005. So we have a pretty good track record, because as the medications improved over the years, we've seen that there are really no known long-term side effects in the past 20 years. On the contrary, we're seeing people become healthier. We're seeing people reverse type 2 diabetes, reverse high blood pressure, reverse their high cholesterol, and they're coming off of a lot of other medications that they've been taking until now.
Wow, so 20 years ago? I never heard about 20 years ago.
The first medication that came out was called Byetta, and it was designed just for type 2 diabetes. As an aside, people saw that they were losing 5 to 7% total body weight loss. Then the fourth generation GLP-1 was Ozempic. It went from 5 to 7% to about 15% total body weight loss in a year with Ozempic. And now we went to Mounjaro, which is a combination of two medications. Now people are losing up to 25% total body weight loss in a year.
Wow. This is unbelievable. Wow, amazing, Doctor. It was a real pleasure meeting you, and it's very informative. Now, let me ask you, how does it work if someone wants to sign up for your program?
So they can contact us either by calling us at 732-994-3390. They could text, WhatsApp, call us. They can email us at info@vitaltrakmd.com. They can go to our website, www.vitaltrakmd.com.
Amazing. How does it work if someone doesn't live in Lakewood and he wants to use your services?
Very good question. We have a number of patients from out of town, and we've developed an online program where we will do this process for patients who are out of state with our telemedicine program, specially designed to help, where we do a very similar process for patients who are living in other states.
Amazing. Thank you so much. A pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much for coming, Ephraim.